Not me. Maurice, okay. Then there's a comment right next to Napulko. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Audrey, and first of all, I'd like to extend my deepest condolences, my sincere condolences to each and every person who lost their lives and everyone who was actually abducted or went through the worst during this protest. It didn't have to happen because of signing a piece of paper, and for that alone, it means there should be no dialogue because we shouldn't have been here right now if these people lost their lives. So that window closed the moment Rex died, the moment the first person was abducted. The maiming, the killing, the abductions, all of those closed that window. And anyone who wants to go to speak for us, we are leaderless. So it's up to them and the president. We honestly don't care. That is not part of us. Personally, I've been on the ground for the protest since the first one, so I've seen the kind of brutality that has been there. For me to be there tomorrow and any other day that the protest will be there is now to call for accountability from the government and each and every person. We know these people, they're there outside, they're walking freely, so it doesn't make any sense. If we are supposed to sit down and talk about everything that's going on, then let's start by jailing each and every person who is responsible for all of this. Sorry. And then the second thing that I'd like to talk about is personally I say that we have three important tools in the whole movement. We have our voice, we have the Constitution, and the last one that probably people don't know is our identification cards, because our IDs are the last nail to the coffin. That is where we are supposed to use it in 2027 to vote. And that makes me urge each and every person out there, the youth, to go and apply for the identification cards. And that leads me to say, if we're saying Ruto must go, then he must go with each and every person who is in the office. Because in the case of the identification cards, we have Julius Bitok as the PS of the set of Immigration, yes. And yeah, he's the one who is in charge of identification cards, passports, and all of this. Tell me why someone who applied for an ID last year, November, does not have his ID right now. Does not make sense. Tell me why I'm supposed to pay for 1,000 bob to renew my ID, and I used to pay for 100. That's like, how it's insane, because I don't even remember if we had a public participation to sit down and say, okay, now we're going to increase from 100 to 1,000. Unajua hata mayai ikipanda ilikuwa 10 bob, 12 bob, 13, 15, sahi ni 17. Siku ingine ni 20. So 100 to 1,000 it's theft. Daylight theft. We can see it. And it's malicious because we need these IDs to vote. So do you want to suppress our votes, or what do you want to do? Because there's no excuse as to why someone who applied for an ID in November doesn't have an ID right now. How are these people supposed to get jobs? You cannot hire someone to work without an ID, you see? So there are things that we're supposed to check and understand why exactly are happening, because we need these IDs to vote. If you don't have it, you can't vote. So this is voter suppression, you see? So people like Julius Bitok should actually resign by yesterday, not tomorrow.
Thank you.
Because why don't we have these IDs? So at home, tell the young people, anyone who does not have an ID, go and take your ID. This is the last nail to the coffin. Ndio tutoe watu wote waende home.
Okay, thank you very much. Behind the two comments.
Yeah, told also, we also give an opportunity for Boniface, who's been online since, if he's there, he could join us. Once we see his signal that is up, we'll just hand it over to him. But sir, you could go ahead with, just say your name and your comment. Thank
you. My name is Stephen Guare. And